Hello, my loves. It's Simply Obsessed, and welcome to another live stream. I'm really excited because I get to hang out with you guys and I get to play The Sims and build stuff, and that just makes me super spectacularly happy. And yeah, so I'm always happy to be Ingle. Goodness, it's gonna be one of those days. I'm always happy to just be able to hang out with you guys and all of that good stuff. So, today we are going to be building what is this called? An A-frame modern house. Now, you see that we have a little situation right here. This is what I built during the last stream, and I streamed for about an hour, and during that entire, it was probably over an hour, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, and for that entire time I just worked on this because roofing was cray cray and it was just not getting along. It wasn't doing what I needed to do. It was bad. So I just decided to stop there and reflect and retry. So A-frames they're not super hard to build, but there's a lot of technical things, and it really got to me. So what I decided to do was to reflect and pay close attention to the house that I was actually trying to build, because I got so caught up in building an A-frame home that I totally abandoned the actual house that inspired this build. So I'm going to focus more on that. I'm going to scrap this, start over, and focus more on that this time around, and then hopefully we'll have a nice house for our San Francisco, our Mr. and Mrs. San Francisco. So if you don't know who they are two Sims that I created. Sorry about that, I had to cough. There are two Sims that I created a couple days ago. I did a Tiny Living cast with them, and their names are Anita and Sebastian. They live in the city and they want to move to Windenburg and live a small, sustainable life and grow their own fruits and veggies. And they're both vegetarians. They want to have a veggie food truck, and they're all about living small, sustainable, and just being surrounded by the greenery of Windenburg. So this is their house. This is what we're building today. This is what we had from last time. I'm gonna go ahead and bulldoze this, say goodbye to this. It was fun. It was fun, but it was stressful because I was just so caught up in trying to get everything right, and it didn't look right. I had watched a couple tutorials on how to do A-frame houses, and that looks nothing like how I wanted it to look. But now I'm sticking to my actual design inspiration, which I found on Pinterest. I will make sure that I include that somewhere, somehow. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll make sure that I go ahead and leave a link to the blueprint for this house. It's an A-frame house called let me look at my tablet. Okay, so it's an A-frame house called the Emma, and I found it on pinuphouses.com. So pinuphouses.com slash a dash frame dash home dash plans dash Emma. You'll find this home plan. But when this is up on YouTube, I'll have a link in the description box so you guys can check out this whole blueprint if you want. But yes, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to try to keep this as a tiny home residential lot. It would be really awesome if this could be pulled off as a micro home, but I am telling you now, I don't think that that's possible. It would be very cramped, and I would be stressed out from the lack of space. So I'm not going to focus on keeping this in any particular tier. I'm just going to build and make sure that it's 100 tiles or less. If it happens to be tier 3 or tier 2, that's awesome. But as long as it's considered a tiny home, that's all that matters to me. So what we're going to do is get started. I'm going to create our little foundation home. So I'm calling this the foundation home because this is like the first floor, and I want my walls up. So I'm building the first floor, and my blueprint here, let me see. my blueprint that I'm looking at has everything laid out perfectly. So I'm going to try my best to stick with what I'm looking at and make it work. I have it on my tablet. My desk is so junky, so I just need to find a place to prop this up. I really need to do better. But here we go. Alright, so I've got that set up. Okie dokie. So this is our base of the home, our first floor. And we need to have a second floor. So I'm just going to copy this and place it on top. And this is already 70 tiles. If I move this back to meet, that's 84 tiles. Okay, so this is going to be interesting because we have to include roofing. And I'm torn between having short walls or medium height walls because I know the tutorial that I watched said that if you want to have an A-frame house to use medium walls. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully I can pull it off without having medium walls. But does changing the wall height change the... No. Okay. I was seeing something. Alright, so we're at 84 tiles. We'll see how this goes. Alright, so we have our base floor and we have our top floor. And we need to start working on the roofing. So I'm actually just going to have these be low. And if I see that I need to change it, I can always go ahead and do that a little later. But we have to... Oh! And if you hear my dog, he's just saying hi. It's UPS time where I am. The UPS and FedEx guys always deliver around this time where I am, so he's on high alert, protecting me from the suspicious delivery men in our area. So we have the roofing for the top of the house. Now what we need to do is have roofing back here in the back of the house, and we need to have roofing on the side of the house. So I'm going to take this half gabled roof and bring it back some, raise it up, and hopefully it aligns. That looks good. Okay, I might have to move it over some. Okay, that works. Move this down. Will this work? Or raise this up until it aligns. Now what got me yesterday was having everything align. With A-frame houses, you want everything to align. You want it to look good. You want it to make sense. And that was the hardest part for me. So I hope I can pull it off this time. If not, that's okay because we're going to learn as we go. Alright, so this has to be attached somehow. Oops, what did I do? I lost my blueprint. Alright, let me bring it up. Okay, so how do we do this? How do we do this? I'm going to copy this and have this in the back. That looks like that works. Awesome. Oh, maybe this does need to be a medium wall, so that way when these come down, that makes sense. How do we do this? How do we do this? Oh, I can just raise this up. Raise it up to meet there. And bring these down some. Okay, so we kind of have a little situation going on right here. This looks like it makes sense somewhat. So I have the back of the house looking the way I want. I want to raise this up a touch so that way it looks a little bit more straight. And if I bring this down, no. If I, what do I do? What do I do? Is it Shift or Alt? Let me hit Alt. Which one brings only one side down? It's Shift. If I do that, and then bring this out some, and then bring this in, bring that in. Is that even doing anything, or am I just seeing things? Okay, that does bring it in. This part sticks out a little bit. So how do we fix that? Alright, I think we're going to have to leave it at that. And we can always add greenery, little bits and pieces, hopefully to hide wherever things don't align perfectly. But I think we We have something here. We have a little something something here. All right, so we have that part. Maybe I need to move this back some and then move this over to have this part align perfectly. Move this out. Okay. All right. I think we have a little something here. Do we or do we not? Maybe this needs to be high too. Move that up. Go up crazy high. Oh no. It's here. If I move it over to right here, can I align it better? Maybe. Uh-oh. Do I have it? Is it aligned? Maybe. Somewhat. Not perfectly, but maybe if I bring this down then. Alright, I think that works, and we can always drag this out some. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Dragging that out some to bring it over. There we go. And move this back one. If we move that back one, that won't work. It has to be here. Alright. So we're coming along somewhat. It's not going to look exactly like this house that I have here for inspiration, but I can tell you that I'm going to try my hardest. I'm not the best builder, but I will definitely try my hardest. So we have some type of A. We have some type of A-frame here. And I'm going to save, and let me take a quick look at my my blueprint here. Just for a second. Just for a second. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I have my blueprint, and we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. It's not perfect, but we're doing pretty good. I want these two walls to be aligned better. So how do we do that? Do we bring it down some? Up one? Nice. Okay. And then these are still low walls. So how do we go about having this? Or you know what? It just might have to look like we just might have to keep these little pieces right here. Like we have this little bit of wall exposed, and then we have this little bit of wall exposed. We might have to keep that. Maybe we could put like a window or something in the back to make it look ultra modern or something to hide our mistake. But I think we're off to a good start. Now for this house, we have stairs. So I actually have to move this over one. And let's see if we can have stairs that lead up. And I love these industrial strength stairs. I love the name of them. The industrial strength stair system. These highly durable stairs have been used throughout the world. Renowned for their quality and versatility. They showcase high tensile strength frame and grading. I love the little details in The Sims. Like, how do you come up with a description for stairs? Alright, so we have to add these here. I wish we could go back a little further. And you know what? Speaking of going back, do we even have enough space up here for this top area? For the top area, I really want this to be the bedroom. So down here, we're going to have the kitchen area. The first floor is going to have the bathroom. Or could we have the bathroom upstairs? Now this build does have a blueprint because I'm using, an actual blueprint. But I wonder if I could switch things around, swap things around some. Does it make more sense to have the bathroom on the first floor or the second floor? If your bedroom is upstairs, you kind of want it upstairs with you. So we'll see. We'll get to that a little later. That's an important detail, the layout, but we'll deal with that a little bit later. So we have our stairs. How do I add additional roofing? I want to copy this, place it here. Can I move it? Go down the floor. Can I add it? Okay, no, if I do that, I lose my stairs. Is there a way for me to fill in this gap? No, there's no way for me to fill in this gap unless I move the stairs Ooh, I have to move this entire house. Move house. Yeah, I have to move this entire situation back some. And then, oops, move this right there. And then move these stairs up to about right there. And then move this over, only on one side. And then can I move this over a pinch to like, ooh, if I do that I'll lose the stairs. Alright, let's cancel that. Will I be able to do this? Will I be able to pull off these stairs the way they are in the blueprint? Let's see. One second. I'm being naughty. I just went really quiet on you guys. I just had a text message. But that's done. Alright. Sorry about that. I hate going really quiet on you guys and because you don't see what I'm doing. So yeah, just had to respond to a quick text. But will I be able to do these stairs the way I want to? Oh, yeah, I can. If I have them like that. Yes. So let's delete this right here. Ooh, we're doing a little something something. Now can we move these steps back one? Yes, we can. Oh my goodness, you guys. Alright, so we have our stairs. Can we swing these on over? Or, you know what, let's just leave them like that. Now if I move this again, will the whole house move? Or will the roofing be separate? Because I don't really know where I want this house to be situated. We'll do some landscaping and fill things in. I'm not really sure of where, yep. So every time I move this house, I'm going to have to move this separate roofing piece. But that's okay. I'll figure it out. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Alright, there we go. Awesome. So I'm looking at the blueprint. We have this situated perfectly for right now. I might move this over a smidge, but for right now it looks good. I will fill in landscaping with a lot of the trees that you guys see in the background. I like to use some of the same trees that are in the background to help make a lot fit in. So we have that. Now what we need to do is add some fencing. And where's the fencing? This goes. Add this to right here, and then add the same thing for the railing. Nice. Awesome. There we go. And add a bit of fencing back here just to close in that gap. Alright, so there's our layout, our house. Now I definitely need to change the color of the roofing. There we go. Change that to black. Now I think we have a little something here. This is called an A-frame house. Now I know from this angle it certainly doesn't look like an A-frame, but from this side it does, and that's what we're going to cling to. We're going to cling to how this looks right here. Oh man, I really wish that I could have this roofing aligned, but doesn't look like it. If I bring, ooh, no, not that. If I bring the roofing back, will that align a lot better? Or will it look crazy? Because I don't mind. No. Let's see. I'm just gonna have to leave that alone. I'm gonna have to leave it alone. Oh, I really want to add additional details, so maybe this is a good place to just leave it, and we could add windows here. Yeah, I'll add additional details and just call it a day with that. I mean, maybe I could just like move. What happens if I move this out one and then lower it? Will that do anything spectacular? Will it be aligned magically? Oh, it looks a little bit. No, and then it clips at the top. We'll leave it alone. Yeah, we'll just leave it like that. I'm a perfectionist, so I want it to look as close as I want it to look as close to the photograph as possible. But I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, so I'm checking the blueprint one more time, making sure everything looks good. All right. There we go. Okay. Awesome. Oh, there we go. I'm having a little bit of a malfunction back here. My desk is so junky, and I have my tablet propped up and kind of just slid down, and it's a mess. But we have our little setup here. So what we need to do now is add some windows and doors. I want really modern looking things, so we'll add these windows that came with the Moschino stuff pack. Throw in a couple of those. We'll have that one odd spot right there that bothers me a little bit. Let's see, can we have an even amount of space on each side? Let me enable bb.move objects on and then try again. Oh, this looks pretty cool. We'll still have that weird spacing. I might just have to move everything over one, but if I do that, we'll severely restrict the amount of space we have up here. The good thing is we're still considered a tiny home. Technically, we're still considered a tiny home. We have exactly 77 tiles, so we have a little bit of wiggle room when it comes to space if you wanted to expand. But do we have a little bit of wiggle room when it comes to shrinking down smaller? Because if I move this wall over one, we'll have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 tiles, and we'll have to add a bedroom. And if we add the bedroom up there, we'll have to put the bathroom down here because we don't even have enough room to have a bathroom up there. So yeah, that's that. All right, well, I don't know, that's kind of cool. I just don't like the center part. What could I do to make that look a little bit? There we go. I think that works. Awesome. Problem solved. All right, so we've got our window. Nice, nice. I'm going to save again because I'd hate for my game to just do something really crazy and I lose everything. So we have our somewhat of an A-frame modern house. I really, really, really wish that this wall could go down just one more. Or maybe I can just try to lift this up a little bit more. And actually, that looks a little better. It's not aligned with this perfectly, but I think I'm getting lost in a little itty bitty tiny details. Yeah, I think I am. So that's aligned perfectly in the back. What I'll do is add my little itty bitty windows in black because I want all the windows to be the same color, black. Oh, or maybe, could this be aligned somehow? No, that won't be able to be aligned. I was thinking maybe we could have the same windows in the front on this side, but that just won't work. So we won't even look at that. How does that look? Does that look a little weird? I think that looks a little weird. So we'll get rid of those. And we'll just go with some vertical windows. Do we have any slightly larger ones? These will work, but we'll have a random gap. Oh, it won't be even. Alright, do we have any other windows we could use that will be situated perfectly? I think that works. Awesome sauce. So we have the front of our house done. We're technically an A-frame home, even though things don't align perfectly like they do in the photo, but we're doing good. We're doing good. Can I move this up anymore? No, that's fine. All right. Let that go. All right, so we are doing pretty good. Now, we have our windows. We need to add a couple doors. Now, I want sliding doors because I think that looks really nice. And I think they'll match the window perfectly. So for our sliding doors, where can we go? The Cha-Cha real tall sliding door. How tall can it go? Can it go real tall all the way up the wall? Oh my god, I love these descriptions. And so, ooh, does that look right though? I want a sliding door, but I want everything to be perfect. And you know what? That's my problem. When it comes to builds, I have such high hopes and high standards for how I want everything to be. And I just have to understand that sometimes I can't replicate what's in a photo in a build, and I just have to accept that. So I'm going to try my best to not be super duper hard on myself. Does that door go? No. I want a nice door. Let's place this here. That's a door we could probably use. This is a nice door, but it doesn't go with what we're building. But I love the doors and things like the little bits and pieces that came with Strangerville. So many gorgeous details. I love the stained glass. It's so pretty. But we need a door. Does that work? No. Ah. All right. Pick a door, girl. Even if I don't end up sticking with it, I need something as a placeholder. No, that doesn't work. Alright, let's see. Oh, this is nice. I've never used this door. This is a nice door. I like it, but it's not black, and it wouldn't go. Okay, so pick a door, pick a door. Let's stick with maybe this one on the side. I really wish we had a door that mimicked the windows, like these Moschino windows. Actually, I might, in order to use this door, I don't know, this goes though. See, here I am. This is a perfect example of me being indecisive and really hard on myself and wanting everything to be super perfect. These Moschino windows are gorgeous, but the center window matches this door a lot better. So in my mind, I'm like, I need everything to match perfectly, and these windows aren't doing it. So let me just take a quick moment to figure this out. And the cool thing about me building live with you guys is I get a chance to learn how to not be super indecisive and all over the place and just really picky. It gives me an opportunity to do a lot better. So I'm really glad that I got up the courage to build on camera, because you guys remind me to stop overthinking and just pick something. And it really helps me out, because I could be caught up in the tiniest details forever. Ooh, I love these windows. These came with Discover University. I think I might use those windows. Alright, we need them to be a little bit taller. Do we have those in a taller size, bigger size? No, but we have these. That looks cool. Ooh. Ooh. It clips at the top, but it's pretty cool. Not 100% in love with it, but it's pretty cool. Alright, so we have these. These look good. Alright, I can add a whole bunch of these. Save that there. Move this, put this down here, grab this up, put that right there. It'll be a little uneven, so I'll just put a whole bunch of these in there. 1, 2, 3. I think that looks good. Alright. So I'm going to delete these windows and actually put one of those back. because I might go ahead and put the Moschino windows back. Only because I like the shape, it's unique, and I've never used them in a build before. So I might go ahead and put them back. I think that'll be a cool thing. So yeah. Oh, and we need to add some siding or something to the outside of this house. We can't have this look going on. I was thinking a cool type of brick will look nice. We are in Windenburg. We could make it match or like blend in with Windenburg houses, but I really don't want it to. I want it to stand out but belong at the same time, if that makes any sense. Does that look like that goes? No. We have this. Will that go? I think that looks kind of nice. Oh, let me do my tester wall. I always like to have a wall where I place like wallpaper and bricks and all that good stuff. So I have a reference point when I'm building, so I don't have to be like, what stone was that? What was that? It's always like an easy way for me to remember. Easy way for me to remember what I have. There we go. Alright, I don't know. I'm not really in love with that. Maybe I'll do just white. Maybe white will work. Maybe it'll just have to be white. Is there another shade? Or black? Black would be too much. Like this whole entire... Ooh, it might be too much, but I think that works. Like it's this really... I don't know, is that too dark? I'm doing it again. I'm being really indecisive. I'm kind of digging white. Like the roofing is black. Putting black anywhere else would just make this build too dark. I have my wall sampler over here. This looks kind of cool. If I want to change anything, I can always do it later. But the main thing I want to accomplish in this stream is having a build, like a shell and a layout established, and then maybe in the next part we can do landscaping and all of that good stuff. Ooh, I like these bricks. Ooh, that looks nice. Alright, add them to my sampler wall. Add them in white. Add them in this darker color, which I'm really feeling. Okay. And let's take them, oops, not there. Put them in a darker color over here. Okie dokie, there we go. Awesome. Nice. Alright, so we got a little situation going here. I am going to get rid of these windows and stick with the Moschino windows because they just have this look about them, and I want to use things I've never used before, so we're going to stick with these. And we're going to, should I use that window or the one without the line? I'll leave that there for now as a placeholder for the layout that I want. Alright, so put that back there. I need to do a little something with this patio section right here. Now this isn't really, oh, I could put a door right there maybe. Because you have this patio section, wouldn't it be cool for them to be able to walk on out and enjoy the view? Like, cause look at where they are. Okay. Do I have a door that looks like the one on the first floor? Do I? No. No. Do I have a door that's a little shorter that mimics the one or looks close? Oh, we have this Moschino sliding door. That's what I need. Yes. Okay, bring this down. If I bring this down, I'll have to readjust the roofing again. Do we have that in another height? See, I just wish that some of the items we had in like a shorter height were available in a taller height. Like I wish everything that was available in a pack was available in all the different heights. That would make, see, we don't have anything in tall doors or medium doors. We only have this in the short door. Ugh. Oh. I'll just leave it there in case I decide to do something with that a little bit later. What I want to do now is choose what to do with this patio area. I really want to have wood, like a distressed wood. I think that's cool. I love this flooring that came. I'm just having a hard time talking today. I love this flooring that came with what was it? Get Famous. There it is. I love the flooring that came with Get Famous. Has this nice distressed look. And I love that because this is outside, so it has a nice weathered look, like it's been rained on, it's been snowed on, it could use a bit of an upgrade, but it works. Alright, awesome. So we've got that taken care of. What do we need to do now? Oh, we need to do the paint for this side of the house. Nice. So everything has been painted. This wall back here has been painted. Awesome. Cool. So I'm going to leave this door here as a... Should we have the door on the left or the right? Just leave it down here as a placeholder. I'm going to come and do a little bit of figuring out for the placement of this house. Like, I'm happy with the shape somewhat. Excuse me, I'm happy with the shape of the house, but like, is it situated perfectly because I have to add trees and all that? So let's take a look at the trees that are around us and try to grab as many as we can. I want the trees to look the same. We got a couple of these out here. Okay. Got one of these. What else do we have out here? We have a European birch. We have a... No, that's not out there. I have a hawthorn tree. Can I find trees by Windenburg, for instance? Like sort and have like Windenburg trees? Not Windenburg, but what is it I'm trying to say? Get together. Yeah, this is a pack. Get together trees. So I want to mimic everything that's out there landscaping wise. Can we pull it off? Can we do it? We shall see. That elm is too small. Cypress, that would look nice over here, but that's a little too short. I want tall trees. That's a bamboo. That won't go with what we have. European birch, quaking aspen. Might just have to use these quaking aspirin. These quaking aspen and European birch trees. An evergreen will look nice. I'll just leave it out there. We have another birch tree. We have any of these in the surrounding landscaping? I don't really see any, but we could make that work. Just stick them over there. What else? We got our birch tree. We have our... What is this? Mighty... What is that? Mighty hawthorn. Oh, that could work. That's too big. A little too big. And... Alright, so I think we are good. It's going to take a little bit of work to make the landscaping come together, but we can pull it off. I think this house is situated pretty nicely. I wish that we could mimic this little drive up area and have it right here so that way it looks like it's flowing seamlessly. Unfortunately, we can't. I have to cough. Sorry. Sorry about that. But yeah, I wish we could mimic it so it looks like it's flowing seamlessly, but we can't. It is what it is. We're going to make it work. We're going to make all this come together. So I want to... Oh, we do have, oh, this is a really big tree, but this is a really small lot. What type of tree is this? I need to do one of the cheats so that way I can have some of the trees that I see. Is this the same tree? I think that's the same tree. Is that a similar tree? I think that's the same tree but in smaller form. I'll put that there for now. And if I don't use the trees that are being placed, I'm just having them there as like markers of, okay, I'll have a tree here, I'll have a tree here, and then a little later I will like use the actual trees. I just like to have things in place as a, you know, like a placeholder, so that way I know where I want things, and then I can figure out the rest of that later. So we have our trees placed, kind of. We need to do some terrain painting. Let's see, I want to use stone, of course. We have a lot of stone that came with Get Together. We have the solid stone, some stone. What does this look like? Does that go? No, that doesn't really go. I hate that we can't have this going up to the doorway. That would be so perfect. I have to get over it though, but that would be so, so perfect. Maybe try this one. That could work. It's so gonna bother me that we don't have this there. Ugh. Maybe this one? That work? That looks like it could work. Alright, so I'll put a little sample of that right there and then erase over here. What else do we have? Well, we have this cobbled together. Does that look like it goes? Kinda. Do a little splish splash over there. Now let's erase this. And what else do we have? Reclaimed cobblestones. Not really feeling that one. Oh, we have cliffs of rover, rock, gravel, and grit. Oh, we already have that over there. Duh. What else do we have? We have dirt, and we have dirt and grass and flowers. So this is pretty much it. We need more terrain paints. Like, I don't know, we have a little bit to choose from. But when was the last time we got a terrain paint? I honestly can't remember. I really can't remember the last time we got a terrain paint, but it would be something nice to have, because yeah, this selection is kind of small. It's getting to me a little bit, but it is what it is. Okay, so we're going to use this one. And I gotta figure out exactly the layout, like exactly how much. I want a little path, and I want a path right here. And then I'm not the best at landscaping, so please don't judge, but I am trying my hardest. Alright, so we're going to have a little path there, so when you go up the steps, you're walking on, what is this called again? You're walking on gravel and grit to go upstairs. Hello! J Ball for Life, welcome to my live stream. I'm building, or attempting to build, an A-frame house. We have this A shape over here. Hopefully it works. It's not aligned perfectly, but I'm not the best builder, so we're gonna do the best we can. But thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for stopping by. Alrighty, so I have my walkway. I need to add a window down there. I'm going to use another Moschino window. Should I use another one? No, that won't look right. I'll use the regular, was this a rectangle? Yeah, rectangle one. Awesome. And doorway wise, should we use a different door or just stick with this? I have this need to use a different door, but this door does not work, so it is what it is. Just put this one back. I'm so indecisive, my goodness. Okay, so we have our window down here. Can we add windows to the side of the house as well? I have a window right here. How far back? Oh, we can have windows on the parts that are considered roofing. Okay, I did not know that. I did not know that. I'll have those there for now. Might change it up a little bit. Windows on the side of the house, I've learned because I used to be so picky that. Oop, got a cough again. I'm sorry. Goodness. I used to be so picky about window placement, even when it is on the side of the house, because I'm like, if it's not aligned, it's going to look weird, it's going to look ugly. But the truth is, nobody really looks at the side of a house anyway, and trees and stuff are going to be there. Like, think about it. When was the last time you looked at the side of a house? Maybe you have, maybe you're one of those that have, but I haven't. So we're gonna like not be indecisive and not be indecisive. We're gonna not be picky and all that jazz when it comes to windows on the side. Oh, let me save because I'd hate for this to mess up. And I'm gonna get me a quick sip of water. Alright, there we go. Needed that. Alright, so we've got our window placement down here. Landscaping, we need some grass. Yeah, it's really green down here, but we're gonna need more green. We're going to need some of this. I like this. We got some of that out here. I'm trying to mimic what's out here as close as possible without being super off. I want like the bits and pieces of grass that we see there. We see some flowers. We don't need cactus plants. Maybe we could use some of these. Ooh, these pieces of lavender. I call these lavender. Are these? Oh yeah, they are lavender. Awesome. We can have some of these pieces of lavender. I'm just going to throw what I'm using over here so I don't have to be like, what was it I was using again? I can't remember. Well, this is pretty. We could have some of this out here, maybe. Throw that over there. Ooh. Will that go? This came from Jungle Adventure. Will it go? It looks a little too green, so I'm not going to use it. I'm loving the green grass though. We're going to stick with that. Lovely pale flowers. We can have a couple of those. Yeah, so we have a good amount of things. Some wild grass. Throw that over there as well. Flowers. What do we have over here for flowers? The flowers down here. I really wish we could explore this part in build mode. I'm pretty sure there's a mod for that somewhere. I don't really use mods, but I know there's a mod out there for that somewhere. I don't use mods, but I would definitely give it a try if I could like have a different camera mode while I'm in build mode. But these are white flowers. Okay, these are white flowers. We're going to throw a couple of those in there. Nice. And I don't want everything to be aligned perfectly right here, so I'm just gonna do that. And to make it look a little bit more real, a little bit more alive, I'm going to throw some dirt, not square, dim the softness. We have a little bit of dirt right there, a couple patches of dirt right here, maybe a little bit of dirt on the walkway, so it looks a little more realistic. And we're going to do the same thing for this tree. I like this tree right here. I want to turn it around some though. Or was it fine the way it was? I'll just cancel it because who's crazy about a tree? Who goes overboard when it comes to a tree? Alright, so I like that tree. I want to add this one back here. Or should we stick with the tree that we have already? I like the tree that's back there, but it just, I don't know, it looks too big. Is maybe, I don't know, maybe it's me. It looks a little too big. Can add a couple of these together to mimic a slightly larger or thicker tree. I don't know. This tree back here has to go though. We're not doing that. That tree's out of there. Let's take this one and throw it back here. Get up in there, go over there. There we go. Got some trees. Nice. And do the same thing we did with this tree for this one back there. We're going to use the Oops-a-Daisies. Oh my goodness, that's a cute name. Some Oops-a-Daisies, but can we have them in a different color? No, they're just white. Alright, I want a little bit of variety. Throw those over there. What else do I have over here in my little to use pile? We can use these yellow ones. Have them over here. Actually, let me copy them in case I want to use them again. I have my to I don't know what I'm trying to say. But I have my go-to pile over there. And I'm going to shrink these down, copy them, make them a little bigger. Do that again. Copy them, turn them around. Nice. Get a little bit of grass, throw it in there. Nice. Do a little bit of dirt, get in there. Alright. Got our dirt back there. Maybe we could throw a tree right here, but when you look at the surrounding area, we got trees right there, so I think it might be a little too much to add a tree here. And I want for the Sims living here to be able to look out and see things, like see these houses down here and the town, and it just not be a tree in front of their window. So I think I'll leave that as is. I might add some bushes or like hedges. Let's see what we have hedge-wise. Hedges. Oh, we need rocks. Let me just throw this over here so I know to use that a little later. Let's see, hedges. We could just... I wish we had better shapes. Excuse me. I wish we had better shapes when it came to hedges, because it looks perfect. Like, that looks too perfect. I need, like, variety in size and shape, so won't use that. This is kind of cool. That came from Island Living, but that's like a nice, you know what, we'll we'll do a whole bunch of green grass right here. That's what we'll do. Let's add like random patch of green grass. Does that look a little too put together? Like a blotch of grass over here, and then we'll do a little bit of staining with this dirt paint. There we go. Awesome. And let me save because I'd hate to lose my progress. Alrighty, so we are doing pretty good. I've been building for an hour and I'm feeling proud of myself because I don't usually have this much of a build in an hour. When I'm being myself, like my usual indecisive self, I don't usually have this much. So I am proud. I want a touch of color, so we'll add some lavender right there. And this is different. I don't have a foundation for this house, which is different for me. I usually like to add a foundation. But the thing about that is you can't really place your flowers and your grass as close up as you want with the foundation. So I'm loving that there really isn't much of a foundation here. Is that a bit much? That looks fine. And how will this look when the walls are down, halfway down? I play with my walls halfway down. Okay, so this doesn't look too weird. Alright, this doesn't look too weird. Okay, just curious about that. Alright, so we got some greenery out front. Maybe we should add a little bit of grass, some random grass right there. Will it show in our house? If it does, that will bother me. Does it? Oh, it does. It does. How can we fix that? We can shrink it down. Shrink it down some. Oh, and to make it look a little bit more realistic outside, we can resize these bits and pieces here. I'll probably do this again, like back here, a little bit more over here, but I'll just make them a little bit bigger and then maybe a little smaller in certain areas so it doesn't look like just a clump of grass thrown together. Alrighty. And I want to erase a little bit right here. And then try again. There we go. Alright. Got a little bit of something something. Got a little something going on. A little something. Alright. Yay! Okay, so what do I need to do now? We need to focus on this part of the house. So back here we're just gonna have a whole bunch of trees. I want to copy this tree and then copy it again, and then copy this tree. So I want some variety in the color. I love the tones of the trees that we have here. So we can have like a cluster of trees here, and then the Sims that live here, they're gonna have to have a gardening area, and then I guess this can be their designated gardening space. Now, if you weren't here when I explained the household that lives here, they are Mr. and Mrs. Francisco. They are a lovely couple that lived in San Myshuno. They're newlyweds. And actually, I can read their bio. Let me just bring that up real quick. Can read their bio right here. All right, so we have Mr. and Mrs. Francisco. We have Anita and Sebastian. After saving for quite some time, newlyweds Anita and Sebastian are finally leaving the hustle and bustle of San Myshuno to fulfill their dream of living a small, sustainable lifestyle surrounded by the beautiful greenery of Windenburg. Will their big dream of living small be too much for them to handle? So I did the whole creative sim for them on my YouTube channel, and I said how I was going to build a house for them in Windenburg, and they're going to have a garden, and they're going to live here, and they're vegetarians. They're going to be growing their fruits and veggies and all that good stuff out here. And the husband wants to open a vegetarian food truck, so that's a little something that we're going to dive into a little later. They're going to be my Twitch family, my little Twitch Let's Play family. It's not going to be a long drawn out LP, but I am going to play with them on this channel. So this is their house. I say all of that to let you know that this is their house. They're the ones that are going to be living here. Alrighty, so our trees. Move this door out the way. Just toss that over there, toss this window over there. Our trees. When it comes to tree placement, I like to do it from up above so I can see like how random it looks. If it looks random from up above, then it usually looks random on the ground, because you can't really tell sometimes when you're at this angle, or at least it's just me. And I want to come back to this angle to make sure that there's no clipping in the house. Alright, so we got our trees. Are they placed randomly enough? Let me undo that. Put this one back there. That right there. And then just move. Ooh, leave that there. Copy it. And I'm doing too much. Wait a minute. I'm getting a little carried away. I do want a tree in that corner though. Maybe move that right there. Alright, so we've got our tree placement. I can delete, well no, not delete, I can copy this wall and put it right here, and then delete this. This is my wall sample wall. This is where I put my like wallpapers and stuff, so I don't have to dig through and be like, what wallpaper was that? I can't remember. What was it? You know, I just put it on here, and then if I want to use it a little bit later, just copy it and do what I need to do with it. Alright, so we've got our little tree section. Let's have our gardening area next. Will I use this? I'm not gonna use that. I will use these. Will I use this? No. It's cute, but it's a little too much, so I'm not gonna use that. Move those rocks, and actually just copy this and throw that right there because it's in my way. There we go, and save once again. Alright, so our gardening space will be over here. I want it to look nice, I want it to look good, and I want it to distract from this wall here. It's white right now, it might not be, but I want it to distract from this big old piece of wall because it just looks weird. I think having this big old white piece of wall here is just weird. Yeah. So I want something there. I don't know what, but we'll figure it out. So now that I've figured out my terrain paint, I can get rid of these samples that I have down here. And I can create my gardening space. Now for my gardening space, how big do I want it to be? I don't want it to be too big. So let's see. How big or small should it be? I want it to be nice and noticeable, but I don't want it to be super weird and look crazy out of place. I think that's a nice size. I can always fix up the edges a little later. So that's their gardening space. I do want it to be cornered, like closed off. I'm not going to use the same fencing that I used up here because it's metal and that just... Would that look weird? Yeah, that would just look off. I'm going to use wood fencing. I think wood fencing makes sense for a gardening area. So what type of fencing do I use? I think this works. That looks better. Oops, turn on the grid. That would help me see what I'm doing. Oops. Alright, so we can have this like this. Our little designated gardening space. Then we're going to need... We're going to need... What are we going to need? We're going to need something. Something is missing. I don't know if it's the dirt I don't like or... you know what? It's the dirt. I think it's the terrain paint that I use that I'm not a fan of. Alright, yeah, this looks a lot better. So let's just cover all that up. And I'll go... Oops, did a little too much. I'll go and clean this up a little later. I'm not a fan of the fencing. Do want to change that up a bit. Oh, maybe we can use a picket fence. Will that look cute? Like a little picket fence. Oh, if we do that, does that take away from our tiny house status? Okay, it doesn't. Because I know the other day I was trying to do a tiny build, and when I closed in the fencing to the wall, it added tiles to my tiny house, and my build wasn't able to be a tiny house anymore, and that really bugged me. What do we do with this fencing? I think this area might be a little too big though. So let's just get rid of this. How do we make this look good? I don't want it to stand out too much. How do we make it look good? We have this... Oh, we can use metal fencing. Is that really high up though? Not really. I just want it to be perfect. Protect your... It was a chain link fence? No, we don't need a chain link fence. What is this? Security fencing? Maybe we could have vines growing up on that in the back, and then have... I don't know. I'm stumped right now, but I will figure it out. Oh, maybe we can have this fencing along the wall. No. What am I doing? I need the grid. Like right here. Oh, if we could have that like perfectly aligned to the wall, that will maybe look kind of nice. We could have like tomatoes or something, or like throw some greenery on there. Or no, I'll just do like vines or something on the wall. But we need to figure out this gardening area. Okay. Think. Okay, what we could do, and I wish you could copy and paste terrain paint. I wish you didn't have to go into terrain paint and then paint with terrain to use it. I wish you could just hit E like you do everything else and then paint from there. And let's erase so that way we can, oops, not that much. So that way we can, not that much either. A little smaller. So I want it to look like there's dirt under this grit and gravel. Bring this around. Come on over. There we go. Maybe add a little bit more dirt back. What kind of dirt was I using this one? I can clean it up a little later, but I do want dirt along the edges. Just so I can have like a touch of realism, and then I'll clean it up a little later. So for our, ooh, maybe this path can lead to our gardening area. What size square did I use? This one? Bring it on over. That can lead to our gardening space, and then fill these green spaces in with grass, and yeah, we're figuring it out. We are figuring it out. Alrighty, so we have our pathway. Fencing wise, I'm at a loss, but I'm not gonna give up. Oh, this looks like it would. This is good fencing. I wish this was taller. And I wish this didn't look as weird. How do we do this? I'm trying not to get hung up on fencing. Alright, you know what? We're gonna pick something, and if I don't like it, I can always change it later. No. This maybe? Nope. Where's the... Alright, we're just gonna use wooden fencing of some sort. We have this. No, it's the wrong one. Wrong one. I clicked on something else. We have this. No. Something wooden, or what was the other one I used? This one. We can do this. Have it cornered off. Like that. Bring it over one, and then maybe do a little bit of that. Nice. Okay, so we have our little gardening area. I'll fix it up and all that good stuff a little later. And yeah, that's that. Now that we have our gardening space, I feel like these trees are a little too cluttered, so I'm gonna space them out some. Bring a couple around here. Let's see, space them out a little bit more. Bring a couple up here. This over. And that out. Alrighty. And then we can do what we need to do terrain paint in this area. With terrain paint in this area, I should say. So I want dirt in here. I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to have some spaces with dirt. Maybe make it a little smaller, like right here. And then I'll create that little tiny fence that came with Get to Work and outline it. There's a tree over top of that part. So, well, the sun will go. Which tree is blocking it? It's this tree. Can I turn you around, or just like move you over some so you're not blocking my trees? How can I do that? I think that'll work for now. Alright. Okay. So we can put our little birdies bee boxes. We can have a little seating area. I'm all confused. Yeah, I am. I am confused. Look, I will be the first to tell you, I am not the best builder and I'm a severely indecisive person. So if you ever watch me build, just know you're gonna see a lot of what moments because yeah, I'll admit it. But I'm having fun. That's the good thing though. I'm learning how to have fun with it. Alright, so can we have this tree here? We're in the corner. Can't go no further. Alright, throw that backward. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna put it right there for now. And then I'm gonna clean up these edges, throw in some grass. Maybe I have too many trees back here. Can sell one and then figure the rest of that out. I think I might have too many trees, to be honest. I want it to blend in with the surroundings, but it doesn't have to be all trees. Alright, so we're going to add our gardening stuff. I could go ahead and like go into debug and then add the little things to the ground and then it'll grow on its own. But for the let's play aspect of this build, I want my Sims to actually have to not build, but plant the things themselves and all that. I do want a couple of beehives because they're going to harvest their own honey and that's cute, that little section right there. Make them different colors to have some variety. Our little bee boxes. And we need our, whatchamacallit, what is it called? This thingy, the gardener planter box. I want a couple, I'll put one, get it back as close as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if this is fully functional. I don't have my Sims here to play test this just yet. If it's not, I can change it. But I want that gardening area back there. And then I want some pots along here. A couple pots. And oh, I want sprinklers too. I want everything. Want the sprinkler o-matic, so I'll add dirt there, but I'll do that later. What else do I need? What else do I need? What else can I add? I wanted a seating area. Maybe 3 bee boxes is too much. I'll just delete one. Have this right here. This right here. Oh, I'm gonna need some trash cans back here as well. We're finally getting to the furnishing side of this build, I guess you could say. Oh, we need a mailbox too. I always forget to add a mailbox to the last minute, so let me just do that right now. Good, we got our mailbox. We need trash cans, but I want them to look green and earthy and hippie-ish. Let's see. This can work, like a little wooden looking trash can. I want one to be green and then I want one to be black. I always add 2 trash cans, like one for recycling and then one for regular trash. I like to have one that's slightly tilted. It's a thing, I don't know why I always have it that way, but one of them has to be slightly tilted. Perfecto. Alright, so we got that done. We got our trash cans, we have our sprinkler system. What else should I add? Trash cans, sprinkler system. We need to do the terrain paint thingamajiggy. Oh, we're gonna need light over here. But is that really a necessity? Like, they're not going to be eaten over here, so I'm not even going to throw in outdoor lighting in this spot. I do want to add, where's the little, whatchamacallit? What is it called? The little bird feeder. Let me see if I can find that. Bird feeder. And toss that over here somewhere. Put that right there. Nice. And what else? And throw this over here because I like the way that looks. While I use it, I'll just toss it right there. Anything else? Oh, we could have... No, that doesn't look right outside. Well, we could... Could we cover this space? I have so many random ideas right now. Could we cover this space? I don't know where to find it. It's the thingamajiggy that's a glass thingamajiggy that covers stuff. Very descriptive, I know. But it's one of those thingamajiggies. Oh, we can have our clothesline too. We're gonna need the wash bucket. We won't need that lighting wise. Alright. Let's see. Where is it? Is it a build item? I don't know. Oh, I'll figure that out a little later, I guess. Wait, let me try. It is it a... It's not a wall decoration. Oh, we can have some vines and stuff. That's what I want to add. Will that look nice? No, it's a little too... Well, that's not what I'm going for. That's not what I'm going for. But I need to throw just one of them up there so I can remember to add more. Not going to stick with that one, but just as a reminder to finish that portion. And... What else can I throw out here? What was I looking for? It's like, I can't remember where it is or what it is or what to call it, but it's like a greenhouse. Maybe if I type in green. Green. We got a washer, a green screen, a plant, some grass, but not exactly what I was looking for. Show all. What did it come with? I can't remember. Let me scroll through. I think it came with the what pack? I think it came with Get Together. I'm gonna try and find it. If I don't find it, I mean, I'm not gonna sweat it. Here it is. I did it! Yay! Let's add that. Oh well, if it rains, the plants won't get water. But it looks cool though. What is this called? Sunspot awning. There are times when you wish to... What does it say? There are times when you wish to sit outside beneath a structure but not have the sun's rays impeded from kissing your... But have the... Whatever. Awning photosynthesis can occur assuming you're... Okay, whatever. I thought it had something on there about gardening. I mean, it looks cool back here. But if I have it over the plants, they won't get any water. So I want this here. I'll just toss it to the side like I do everything else, and then hopefully find a way to implement it a little later in this build. I've been building for an hour and some change. I think I'm going to go for maybe about 12 more minutes so I can go an hour and a half. And then I'm going to have to call it a day because I have to adult and cook dinner and all that crap. And I really wish I can keep playing The Sims, but like I gotta feed myself. So yeah. But what can I do with this little bit of time we have? I'm going to delete this Moschino sliding door. Not gonna use it. Delete that window. We have no use for this sliding door. Wham, bam, done. We have this portion taken care of. I kind of want to change that wood up there. Maybe make it a little bit darker. That looks a lot better. Wham, bam, done. Alright. Oh, dirt. Need to add some dirt back here. A little bit more dirt. A little bit more. A little bit more. Oh, not that much. Alright, and then we have the fencing It's this really thin line of fencing that I use to section off places. It came with the Get to Work pack, and I like to use it to define certain spaces without it being very intrusive. You can do that with this. Bring that over like that. Does that look weird like that? Yeah, because we're outside, so let's not use one that looks like that. Let's use one that looks like it actually belongs outside. This one. Yeah. Will your Sims still be able to have access to this portion? I'm not sure. But I like the way it looks, and if it doesn't work when I officially play test it. Yeah, you said it's like a greenhouse. I just noticed your comment. Sorry. I'm sorry about that. I have to get better at looking at chat and playing at the same time. But yeah, it is like a greenhouse. It is like a greenhouse. But like if I use it, is it weird? Okay. I'm going to ask your opinion and I'll let you decide. If I use this greenhouse thingy over the stuff that's growing back here, would it look weird? Because in my mind, I'm like, rainwater won't hit the plants. But doy, your Sims have a sprinkler and you can water them themselves. So, should I leave that there? I really like the way that looks. I think I'm going to do it, but I want your opinion. And while I'm waiting for like the lag to catch up or whatever, I'm going to see what you say. And while that's happening, I'm going to get me a sip of water. I'll be right back. Whew, I feel a lot better now. I have my water. I think I'm just going to leave it there. I like it. I like it here. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm all over the place. I'm gonna have an executive decision and just leave it there. I like it though. But thanks for telling me what it's called, because I was calling it a thingamajiggy and it's a greenhouse. So thank you for your assistance. Should I change the color to black, to brown? I like the color that it is now. That works. And we can add more dirt spillage in terrain paint. Make it a little smaller. Yeah. Alright. Erase it a little bit though. And then fill it in with the, what is it called? The gravel? Dirt? Oh, no, not dirt and gravel. Grit and gravel. Gravel and grit. And can I go down a little bit? There we go. Get rid of green spots. Nice. Awesome sauce. So we have our little gardening section. I want my little bird feeder over there, which I did not know we had for the longest time. We've had this, what pack did this come with? This came with Outdoor Living Cool Kitchen. What logo is that? I can't remember. But it came a while ago, and it wasn't until like maybe last year that I realized we had it. So we got our gardening space. I'm going to put this there. I should build with bb.moveObjects off to determine if all this stuff is functional. But to be honest, I'm not gonna worry about it. Like, if it doesn't work in a space, then it is what it is. I can always move it as we play. Oops, I can't see because the little Twitch thingamajiggies in my corner. bb.moveobjects on. Perfecto. Alright, so we got... Oh, I can always shrink it down. No, that doesn't do anything. Go like this. Push it back. Move it right here. And then copy one and then have it right there. So you have two sprinklers. Move this over some. Alright, we got our little sprinkler situation. Let me save. Nice! Okie dokie. I gotta clean up this section here, so let me do that really quickly. Clean that up a bit. Oops, did I do too much? Did I go over a little bit much? I did. Clean that up. Oops. That little smidge needs to stay. Okay. Like that. Have our dirt. Our dirt art. Go around this side. Clean this up all the way. I can probably add a little bit of spritz of dirt a little later, but I just want to clean up the main portions that look a little iffy, look a little funny. Alright. Doing good, doing good. I'm having so much fun with this build, you guys. I really am. I really am. Oh, I can throw this back here. Just because it looks cool. Like, it's a water balloon fight thingy, but it just looks cool back there. Like the way that looks. Alright. Excuse me. Ooh, I need to cough. Whew. I'm so sorry. After you used to talking for a long time, I'll start coughing and losing my voice, but I'm having fun with this. So we got our back area. Ooh, let me fill in this spot. Fill this in a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. I'm going to add plants and stuff in this area, so that's going to need dirt. Right there. Can I get under there? Can I? Can I make it work? There we go. And add some of this grass. This wild grass. Oops. Ooh. Will I be able to put this under there without it doing its own thing? That's good. That's awesome. There we go. And then I'll just paint over that little corner with some grit and gravel. Set it right this time. Awesome. Put the walls back up. And I guess I could extend this some. Oh, shrink a random rock. Throw that over there. Alright. I'm happy with what we have. We didn't work on the interior just yet, but I like what we have. We have our little designated gardening area. We have our Birdie's bee boxes, so Anita and Sebastian can bond with their bees and all that good stuff. We have our bird feeder, which I love to have in backyards because I think it is so cute. We have this portion done. Oh, you know what? I think I can delete this wall sampler because I like the way the house looks white. It works. We have our grass here. I wanna, oops, didn't mean to do that. I wanna add some of it over here and just resize it a little bit on that portion. Like move some of the ones I have over there so it's not as cluttered. Make it look a little more natural. There we go. And for this portion over here, I'm going to actually shrink it down some. Have some random grass, I guess. Uh, mm, I don't know. I'll figure out this part here. But I like what we have. I feel so proud. We're going to need a area for the clothesline. I'm thinking right here works. And then I'll leave that there as my reminder to add vines, like something to the side of the house. So we can have this here. And I'll add the little wash bucket, sort by pack. We'll do laundry day. Where is it? Show all. Oh, here it is. Perfect. And throw that right here. So they can have their little outdoor laundry part. And I want this to be darker since everything around here is like brown. There we go. And for this portion, should this be grass or... I think I'll add a little bit of dirt. Make it look earthy. Add a little bit of dirt. Use a circle. Not that big. Add a little bit of dirt. This one. A little bit of dirt spots. To make it look used. Alright. Move this out just a tad. Move that right there. And I can do some vines while I'm out here. Where are the vines? Is it indoor? Is it a plant? I'm guessing. Where do we have our vines? This doesn't go with the house, unfortunately. Like, it could, but it looks too rainforesty. And I know rainforesty isn't a word, but it looks too out there. But that's what I want. I want something that hangs like that, but doesn't look like that. Algae clump. Oh, this is for the ground. This is perfect though. If this could go on the wall, that would look nice. What am I trying? Where am I supposed to be looking? Here it is. Wall ivy. We got the vines. I guess we can just cover the whole house with vines. Does that look odd? I wish they could be a little greener. We have them in red. Okay, that looks nice in red maybe. Toss that. Do we have anything else that we could use that's not as dense as this? Oh, you know what? Maybe this will have to work. Let me see something. If I go like this and then just do all that. I know it doesn't look neat. Does that work? Does that look nice? I think it does. I don't like how it looks behind the clothesline, but I think I don't mind it being that dense when I see it like that. I have to think. I have to do this. I have to do this. Come on. Stop being super indecisive. Pick something. Alright, I like these vines. This right here. Make them small and we'll just fit a whole bunch of them together. And then fit them in like puzzle pieces. And then have some of these in the background. So that way it's not... Well, no, it's so dense you have to use them all like that. Okay. Ay. What do we do with this portion of the wall? I know I had some flowers. These are potted plants. Oh, we could add flowers to the front of the house. Will that be a little much? Nice little pop of color. Be cute if we had some down here. That might be too much with that grass. I'm getting sidetracked. I'll leave one out. Oops. I'll leave one out as a reminder, like, hey, you had this out here, you were considering that at one point. And, oh, I went over my time. Alright, I'm going to work for 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to end the stream. Oh, here's what I'm looking for. Flowers. These flowers are beautiful. I want to make them... That looks too big. Looks a little... Ooh. Oh, see, this is working. This is what I needed. This. Where have you been? Not that, but okay. All right. This is what I needed. This is what I needed. All right. To make this look nice and somewhat well kept, I'm gonna copy this and fill them in, which is going to take a long time. But if you hold down shift when you place them, it automatically copies it. So that's a fun little tip. In case you didn't know. Watching YouTube taught me that. Just throw them in there. Oops. Get rid of this. And maybe I have some random flowers in there. No. Do that. And that. It's a lot of green, but I really want to hide how white this wall is. Or we could have just had, see, I'm being indecisive. I could have just had a couple of these hanging maple leaves in a row. And then, ooh, this is a lot. This is a lot to delete. Ooh, why in the world did I do that? Let me just undo. Undo that. And leave one, just one, right here. So when I come back, I'm like, hey, what was I using? Oh, it's right here. That one right there. And right there. And right there. So it's green space, but it's not going all the way up the wall. It looks somewhat orderly. Copy another one. Like I want green space, but I also don't want it to look super weird. Sell it. Okay. This is our little patch of green. I think I'm gonna mimic this. Oh no, we could have like little flowers in there. Oh, okay, I'll do this. I'm getting ideas. I'll place a couple of these in here. So it looks like a vine, but we've got like little pops of flowers coming out. Do them in different colors. There we go. Different heights. There we go. So we have like a little bit of green on the wall, but it's not like climbing up the whole wall. Alright, let's delete this. I won't be using this. If we do that, maybe we could add flowers to the front, but I feel like if I add flowers, this grass down here looks weird. But I might change that next time. I'm just going to leave it there for the next time, so if I'm thinking about it, I know it's there. Alright, so we need to rearrange these trees really quickly, and then I'm going to call it a part for this stream. Put this as far back as possible. Let's see, far back as possible. Well, no, not that far back. So we can have our grass under it. Put that grass there. Clone these yellow flowers. I need my white flowers. Oh, I got rid of my clone patch. That's okay. And then flowers right there. Green grass under there. Move this grass right there with them flowers. This patch of grass right there. And then right here could be a nice little opening with like a seating space. I can come through here, walk through here, and then you can have like a little gardening space with a grill. Oh my goodness, I'm excited and inspired. Let me do that before I forget. I want a grill. I want the grill, this one that looks like a little trash can. I love this. Let me switch it around. That one. And then I want the chair. Oh, I need to add a bike. I always get like extra ideas the closer I am to ending a stream. We have a little seating section. Okay, I like what we have. Oops, can I make that bigger? Let's leave that like that. Oops. There we go. Oh, and save, because I've done a lot. It's coming together. Nice, nice. I need to do something with this section. I don't know. Do these flowers look good? It really adds a pop of color. And I think it adds to the whole Windenburg feel, because Windenburg is the place that has these little planters in front of the house. Because this is ultra modern, but I also wanted to have bits and pieces of Windenburg, and that grass doesn't look cool there. So I'm going to change what I did and get rid of the grass. I like that it's like a nice little pop of color. I might change it later, who knows. Black or brown or white. I like the color. What other ones do we have? We can use these. Ooh, I like these. What other colors? I'm loving these. These are nice. A little too loud for what I'm trying to accomplish. I like these. Okay, sell. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Does that work? Did I just make this look weird? I think it looks too what's the word? I don't know, but it looks like it doesn't have enough variety. So I'm gonna put my grass there with the trees and then maybe shrink it down or whatever. I might fix that up a little later, but this is what we have so far. We can get into the nitty-gritty of that another time. Oops, no, don't do that. I'm gonna finish up my landscaping. A little bit of terrain paint here and there. And add a little bit of staining with dirt. Nice. And over here, I wish we could copy, like I wish this grass, this really fine grass, could be over here. I don't think we have that. No, we don't have that. We have those dead vines. Oh, we don't have that. Ah! Oh, if I use these, then those flowers would make sense. Huh. For some reason, when I see these flowers up here, it makes it look Danish. I don't know if it makes sense, but I think of Danish houses. So I think I will stick with that and then just shrink these down. Just move all of them. Move them all out of the way. Shrink them down. So you can have some green right there. And then copy the lavender. And then another green to drown it out, but there's still like a little smidgen of color. Or just do all green, why not? Does that look a little better, or just get rid of it? See, this is when I'm getting to be like a little bit much. I think that's fine as is. I think that's a little fine as is. We're going to leave it like that. I can always come back and change that. But we've got our landscaping with our trees. We have our little random spots of flowers and grass. We have an eating area, which will need lighting, outdoor lighting. Want something that goes with their whole nature lover vibe, so they'll have their area lighted with candles, or lit with candles. Isn't that what you say? My words today. These flowers would be cute right there. Throw this on the ground. Yeah, we'll have our candle, little lantern right there. Oops. Change that color. Something random. Like that yellow. Alright. So our outdoor space is done. We have gardening, beekeeping, trash cans, laundry, seating, barbecue, greenery with the trees. We have our shell of our house complete, and we need to do the interior. I need to figure out this right here. I want flowers hanging, but it just, I don't know. Well, we do have other flowers too that I could borrow. Maybe these will be, this is what I'm looking for? That what I'm going for? Have them in red, white. I'm just going to copy some flowers, so maybe that's something I can figure out. Or use these, because these are the traditional flowers from Windenburg. What other colors? Have blue flowers. Oh, but when you change the color of the box, the flowers change as well. Alright, well, set this down into the side for future reference. Put this back there as a reminder. Oh, let me finish this terrain paint. I don't want to go. Let's do this right here. And right here. Get in there. Right there. Or if I just add more space right there, or just do this whole thing. Yeah, do this whole thing with grit and gravel. We have trash cans right there, but maybe I'll add another one. Like the real regular trash can we'll have right there. Alright, that's what we'll stick with right now. I'm loving this so far. I'm going to take pictures of the side. And how much is this place worth? Only 22,000. Well, we didn't complete the interior, that's why. Yeah, we didn't complete the interior. Alright, oh, I could copy this and have that on this side of the house, couldn't I? So it could look more like an A-frame? Would that be a thing? Would that be too weird if I did that? Because I'm looking at it and it's technically an A-frame house because the picture that I'm using doesn't have like this portion that's on the right on the left. So we'll leave that alone. I might copy this lot and play with it some more. What's the word I'm looking? Play with it some more, structure-wise, and experiment. And then maybe next time we continue, it might look a little different. It might look a little more A-frame-ish. But I like what we have. So let me save one more time and call it a day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. in this stream. I've had so much fun building and talking to myself and trying to figure out things. Thank you so much for the follow, J Ball for Life. Your company is greatly appreciated. And yeah, so I'm gonna end this stream here. If you would like to check out my YouTube channel, I have all that information here on Twitch. My YouTube channel is youtube.com/c/simplyobsessed. I'm on Twitter as well. I'm on Twitter and Instagram. My Twitter handle is at sim_PLY obsessed. On Instagram, I never remember it offhand, which is terrible. On Instagram, I'm simply obsessed underscore, and then I have my fun little personal Instagram that I just started, which is world.of_indigo, if you want to follow me there. So I'm present on the interwebs. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope that you enjoyed this build. Hopefully tomorrow we can finish it, and then the part after that we can get into the let's play. If we don't finish it in time, I don't know, what am I saying? We'll finish it and then we'll do the let's play for this family. But I also have a poll on Twitter asking what challenge I should do next. So excuse me, I had to cough. I had to clear my throat. But yeah, I had a poll on Twitter asking what challenge I should do next. I've been thinking 100 baby challenge or 100 baby vampire, 100 baby alien version, 100 baby challenge vampire version, 100 baby challenge alien version, and then the Black Widow challenge. So I've done mostly builds on here, but I want to get into challenges and different things, so I'll figure that out. But yeah, I'm rambling, I'm hungry, I need to go. I love you all are amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and thanks to all my new followers. Your support is amazing, and I will talk to you beautiful, lovely people in my next stream, which should hopefully be tomorrow. Bye guys!